Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. November 6th is around the corner. A lot of Nigerians, a lot of people are wondering what is it going to be. Would there be elections come the 6th of November 2021 for Anambra people, or will there be proper sit at home? Will there be a governor that will emerge on that day? Well, it looks like they said there's this general saying that the hunters have learned to shoot without missing, and the birds have also learned to fly without perching. Question is, who's going to take the day over? Would there be a governor on that day, or would the people's mandate, or rather with the IPOB's order, take the day? Before we go into the news report to find out what INEC is saying concerning that day, and of course what the federal government is saying concerning that day, how they intend to do another dynamics peradventure sit at home becomes sacrosanct, how they intend to go about this whole thing. Like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let us start with what the federal government has in stock for Anambra people generally. The Minister of the Federal Ministry of Interior, Ogbeni Ralph Adesoji Aregbesola, said if sit-at-home holds in Anambra in November 6, we may have to use prisoners to vote because Nigerian constitution gives prisoners right to vote. Aregbesola said this is because the enabling laws do not remove rights to vote from inmates because they are inmates. Represented by his technical advisor on corrections, Michael Anugwa, the minister disclosed this while speaking on sidelines of the planning meeting of the Porite 23 project in Abuja. There are certain freedoms that they are denied, but voting is not one of them. So the inmates' right to vote must be encouraged by all and sundry, especially now our government desire more people to participate in the incoming Anambra elections. The agency had earlier reported that the Porite 23 project is aimed at facilitating civic engagement amongst communities with low voters turnout, including inmates in Nigeria. Carmelite Prisoners Interest Organization, SCAPIO, organized a meeting with relevant stakeholders to find a way to achieve this project. Now you see one dynamics they are using to get it. But of course, INEC has this to say concerning what is going on, and they're quite scared. If things are going there, they are really not sure. Following a week-long sit-at-home order declared by the indigenous people of Biafra ahead of the November 6th Anambra State governorship election, the state resident electoral commission of INEC, Dr. Kwachuku Oje, has said the group fresh order may threaten its preparations for the poll. Oje also said that movement on INEC facilities in the state on May 23rd were a source of worry to the commission, especially as it strives to achieve huge success in the poll. He also disclosed that the commission had so far recruited and mobilized about 25,000 ad hoc staff that would man the 5,720 polling units in the state. He spoke shortly after the opening ceremony of the Election Monitoring and Support Center (EMSC) Amber Zone Implementers Workshop held in the state. He quote, and I quote, "Our preparations are on course, even with all the challenges we are facing, such as movement on our state office on May 23rd and the sit-at-home order, which is eating into our preparations. But we are doing our best to ensure that we overcome these challenges, and we can only urge the public to be law-abiding in order to achieve this desired electoral success in the state," he said. Oji noted that the commission was already recruiting ad hoc staff online and at the same time interacting with stakeholders. He expressed satisfaction at what they had achieved so far in terms of human structure. He said if the success continued without future interruptions of these activities, the commission will confidently be ready by November 6th to conduct a free, fair and peaceful election. Oji, however, dismissed claims by some stakeholders that the Commission's earlier decision to supply non-sensitive materials for the election from its southeastern zonal store in Owerri, Imo State, would jeopardize the smooth conduct of the poll. Oji said the determination of the Commission to bring all the needed materials for the poll down to Awka remained unshaken, pointing out that the damaged structures at the INEC headquarters were being restored. The sensitive materials will go to the Central Bank of Nigeria branch in Awka, but we are not talking about sensitive materials here. So there's no need for the alarm being raised. The Commission is working according to plans to put all things in place by the end of this month. Election process is something that do not have room for mistakes. We make sure that in the process of preparing for the election, all that are needed would be on ground, he said. He added that the Commission had developed a system for monitoring activities closely to make sure that all programs and plans were well executed without failure. Oji said as a mark of its seriousness for credible election, INEC officials reviewed what he called the Amber Zone 3 months before the election. The exercise will take us to the red zone, which is 11 days before the election day, and 2 days after the election, which is the most critical period in any election, he said. The reactions has followed what he said. Before now, Araboshola said that this issue, if the thing if the thing goes south, they just go to inmates and tell them, "Oh, yeah, guys, go and vote." So I would advise the gubernatorial candidate to please don't shorten your campaign to Alaba International Market in Lagos, or you go to the West to go and vote. You go and campaign. Go to the prison now and go and start campaigning. Likelihood that it is where you will get to elections, your vote will be high. Because if the sit at home becomes what it is and becomes sacrosanct and nothing is compelling people to come out to vote despite the security part that may be on ground, inmates may be your last option. So if you know that you don't know how to campaign in prison now, go now. There's still time before this week. But let's feel the pulse of Nigerians. This one is all they are after is how to conduct election, not minding the plight of the people. I wish I can command thunder. Please don't command. If you command the thunder, it is still human being that the thing will strike. Please. This one here is my brother. This country is tiring me. What I need? I guess it's trying to be funny. The best project for Nigeria's election, they don't miss it. Well, I guess that's the time they this issue of election is like birthday party. When it's winner wins all. If you have done everything to stand and you win, you can forget your days of poverty. You will just be looting. My God, for those who are not conscientized, but for those who are conscientized, they at least will remember that there are people who voted them in. And these are the things we are looking at, and these are the things we are talking about. Let's do the needful. And the people themselves will be happy. You don't even need to beg people to vote. You don't need to beg people to come out. You don't just do your campaign and your promises be fulfilled. Let them be led down route. You'll be surprised. People will come out en masse to vote. I guess that's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take? Do have a nice time.